According to the World Economic Forum, intelligent connectivity enabled by 5G technology will be a catalyst for socioeconomic growth with an estimated $13.2 trillion of global economic value reached by 2035. Setting a strong foundation for economic growth, Bermuda has been improving its telecommunications network and is about to get a new player on the scene. Paradise Mobile is set to enter the Caribbean island to ensure healthy competition leads to lower prices, higher quality of service, and new technologies built on 5G. Starting a business in any industry is a very difficult proposition, but particularly in the wireless industry where big infrastructure investment is needed. And I can say from personal experience, starting a wireless carrier is very difficult. Paradise Mobile is a new wireless carrier in Bermuda, and I happen to be an investor and I'm excited about the prospects, but this still is a very big uphill battle. What was your inspiration for starting this business?
Making an impact in an industry that I have a lot of experience and passion about, and also the jurisdiction as a whole. Bermuda and our second market where we have regulatory approval to begin this year, the Cayman Islands, are $400 million of annual spend just in the existing legacy services of telecommunications.
Meaning the mobile services people use today before you bring the technology opportunities on 5G.
From an innovation perspective, there's two ways obviously to grow the pie. The one is to get more market share, the other one is to create more services and more value. So for us, we're definitely focusing on that, as well as growing within the Caribbean region. The target addressable market is already $7 billion with a much faster growing population than other regions, with 60% of the market under 30 years old.
So what are some of the examples, you think, of the new technologies and applications use cases that are going to be deployed?
There's really industrial and consumer use cases. On the consumer side, the most promising ones are AR, VR, and e-commerce.
So the speed of these networks enabling AR, VR, you mean?
Correct. And then on the industrial side, which becomes very interesting, which is where we're spending a lot of time building ecosystem partnerships here in Bermuda, is really the IoT of everything. How do you make Bermuda the most connected city-state of the future?
There's a lot of promise coming with 5G, and you're introducing it on an open architecture that's not typical of wireless carrier networks. Typically, they're very closed and controlled by proprietary hardware and software. So what do you think about taking that leap into a new open architecture world?
I actually think if we weren't doing that, I wouldn't be here. The challenge for the industry in the telecommunications sector globally is their architecture, their systems, their processes. Everything didn't allow them to compete at the speed that technology was evolving. Telcos can now operate at the speed of a Silicon Valley startup that is in the cloud.
Now, what are the key elements of this architecture that separate it from the traditional model?
There's really two components fundamentally here in Bermuda that differentiate it. The first one is we are no longer deploying hardware that is proprietary. With us, it's all commodity hardware and it's all software. So we've gone from a hardware-centric network to a pure software-first network, and the speed at which you could innovate in software obviously is much faster than hardware. And then the other piece, of course, is we're going with cloud native. We're deploying Amazon technology on island. So if it scales here, the ability to rip and replace or move, I mean, it's not even a project anymore. But the real North Star, if you're asking me sort of where do we see this going as an end state, having worked with a lot of the tier ones globally, I think we have an opportunity to partner with a lot of brownfield large carriers where we can test.
Brownfield meaning existing deployments.
Yes. So existing carriers to trial in Bermuda first and then scale to the world. It's unbelievable where this could be in 5 years.